Today on Across the Fence, we'll learn about the Extension Master Gardener Program of the University of Vermont. This program provides help to thousands of Vermonters in scores of communities statewide. We'll learn more about this program, see a sampling of some of their projects, and how you can learn more through them on gardening and composting. Hi, I'm Leonard Perry with University of Vermont Extension. Today I'm at the Vermont State Fair in Rutland to visit with 3 people involved with the Extension Master Gardener Program, starting with its state coordinator, Heather Carrington. Thanks so much, Heather, for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Leonard.
So tell us, what is an Extension Master Gardener?
Well, an Extension Master Gardener is a volunteer educator. They've been trained in all aspects of sustainable home horticulture, and they go on to volunteer their time teaching their communities about the information that they've learned through UVM Extension. We also train Vermont Master Composters who do the same sort of volunteer internship after they've completed their training.
Okay, well, what are some examples of projects they're involved with statewide?
There are limitless opportunities for providing training to the community, but there are some types of projects that are pretty much signature projects for both master gardeners and for master composters. They do things like Ask a Master Gardener tables, Ask a Master Composter tables, where community members can walk up and ask them any gardening question that they have, and they'll find the answer for them. We also run the Extension Master Gardener helpline, where people can call in with their home gardening questions, and we've taken about 42,000 questions at the Master Gardener helpline since 1991 when we started it. We also do presentations to schools, to community groups. We do demonstration gardens, and you're going to see a sampling of those here at the Rutland State Fair.
Well, that's very exciting. Now, if somebody wants to become an Extension Master Gardener, how do they go about that?
We offer the Extension Master Gardener course once a year. It's a 13-week course, and it goes from 6:15 until 9 p.m. Tuesday evenings from the first week in February until the last week in April. And we're just about to run the Vermont Master Composter course. That will be running starting September 18th through October 9th. It's a 4-week mini course, and that runs on Thursday evenings from 6:15 until 9 o'clock. We're accepting registrations for that now, and the registrations are open until September 12th.
Okay, so if somebody wants to be involved with or get some training with a Master Composter September 12th.
They can get started right away.
The deadline on that, and they can go in and register now, I assume, for the spring training?
Yeah, they absolutely can. Yes. Yes.
I know one of the things I know just talking with the Master Gardeners, they find the training is so useful. I know I do one on the flowers and sometimes the vegetables. We have specialists in all the different fields. And the nice thing otherwise too is I know you use interactive TV, so you do cover the whole state. People don't have to travel to Burlington or someplace.
There's a site within 30 minutes of pretty much everyone in Vermont. There are 13 Vermont Interactive Technology studios that we use.
And interactive too. They can interact with instructors. Not like they're just remote somewhere. They can have their questions answered.
Yeah, so there's always question and answer involved in it.
Well, that's very exciting, and a lot of people have been trained through the years. What are some of the benefits of someone coming out with that, or just of the program in general, do you find?
The program benefits Vermonters by providing access to the research that's being done at UVM. We've answered, as I said, 42,000 questions from Vermonters at the helpline alone, and that's not to mention all of the Ask a Master Gardener tables that we do at fairs and farmers markets across the state, the schools that we work with, and we're guided by the principle of integrated pest management. So what we're doing for Vermont is keeping harmful chemicals out of the soils and watersheds in Vermont.
Well, great. Well, thanks so much, Heather, for spending a few minutes telling us about the program.
Thanks very much for having me, Leonard.
If you want to find out more about the Extension Master Gardener program, you can go to their website and visit that, and that is uvm.edu/mastergardener, or they have a phone number, 802-656-9562. And at that site and on their website, you can find out more about their helpline and all the different trainings they have and what this program involves. Heather mentioned the Master Composter program, which is part of the Extension Master Gardener program. And with us today to tell us more about this program, as well as composting in general, is Ron Hebert. Thank you so much, Ron, for being with us today.
Thank you, Leonard, for asking me to be part of this program.
I know you've been doing composting for many years and done training with this Master Composter program. Just what is that program?
Well, UVM Extension has created the Master Composter program to train volunteers with the knowledge and resources to teach others about composting, to become, I think, highly knowledgeable resource persons for their friends, for their schools, for their communities. And the concept of composting, of course, is recycling or returning organic material back to nature, to mimic nature, to work with nature and not control nature.
Tell us about what you do here at Rutland in the fair.
We've been making compost here at this composting site for, oh gosh, I think about 10 years now. And we've certainly trained a lot of people. We use a thermophilic or hot composting method here because it has the advantage of producing a lot of quality compost in just a few weeks. The extensive gardens here at the fair require a lot of compost on a regular basis, and thermophilic composting is the best program for us here.
And thermophilic actually means just using heat.
Meaning hot compost, yes.
As opposed to mine, which is, I'd call it, a kind of a passive system. You just throw things in and hopefully it composts eventually. Yes. And you've been doing it about 10 years. I imagine you've had a lot of interest over that time with people in that as well.
I think most people are probably becoming interested in composting because of the organic movement, which embodies a whole different mindset. I think gardeners want to stop controlling nature and try working with nature. I think more and more gardeners want to see their soils reach their fullest potential. And they're becoming aware that soils are much more than just something to be manipulated by adding this or that, this or that chemical to feed plants. They want something better. They need to know that soil is alive, and I'd like to repeat that for everyone. Soil is alive, and it's an ecosystem of its own. It's full of living organisms that interact chemically and biologically to promote soil health and productivity. I think when we start to appreciate the living quality of compost and realize what a complex and dynamic substance it is, we begin to treat it differently and in a more ecologically sound way, and we do that with compost.
I know I learned about the benefits myself with beds I did and my wife did, and she used lots of compost and hers looked much better, and I learned there's a reason for that, you know, and ever since then I've been using lots of compost, and it just, like you say, that's a key point, that the soil does have these microorganisms and compost does a lot to help those. Now, getting toward the end here, just how should somebody wants to get started doing home composting, how should they get started?
Well, a very good way would be to enroll in the UVM Extension Master Composter program, which starts this fall, at a site near you. Get yourself enrolled in this course. It's well worth your time. Another very good option would be to come to the fair. And when you do come, stop by my Composting and Soil Improvement Center. In less than 1 hour, I will change the way you think about composting and all the things that go on with composting.
Thanks so much for your time here today, just sharing a little bit about compost. Obviously there's a lot more, and hopefully people can come by and visit with you here at the Vermont State Fair in Rutland. So thanks again for your time.
Thank you. Been a pleasure, Leonard.
And to learn more about the Master Composter program, you can visit the website uvm.edu/mastergardener or call the number 802-656-9562. at the Vermont State Fair in Rutland, there are several projects that the Extension Master Gardeners are involved with, in addition to the Master Composter one we just heard about. With us to tell us about some of these is Jan Sherman. Thanks so much, Jan, for a few minutes today.
Thank you for your time.
And thanks to all your volunteers that work on this. All these projects are just gorgeous beds just walking around here.
Absolutely.
So tell us something about these.
Well, the Master Gardeners have had a presence at the fairgrounds since 1993 when they set up a card table outside the building with some literature. And longtime Master Gardener Emmett Perry worked with the Fair Association at that time to allow us to start a display garden, and that little display garden that started here has now grown in size and numbers to 10. Plus we have the fully functional compost booth that we offer to individuals that come to the fair. And we have partnered over the years with the 4-H Association and also the local Maple Association to build these gardens to where they are today.
So it looked like there are quite a few different gardens, not just the one we're sitting in here as I walked around. You're involved, had the Master Gardener signs there, you're involved with those as well?
Yes, we tend 10 different gardens throughout the fairgrounds. Many of the gardens are in this particular area, some are further over on the other side of the fairgrounds. But our volunteers have put in approximately 1,200 hours each year to tend to these gardens and to man the booth throughout the duration of the fair.
Well, that is great, and it really shows a lot of time here. And you mentioned one of the youth groups, 4-H. Are you involved with any other groups here in the Maple?
Yes, we have several Master Gardeners who partner and work with the local Boys and Girls Club each summer, and they bus children over to the fairgrounds and they work on a vegetable garden throughout the summer and learn how to plant and maintain the vegetables and then use those vegetables in various projects when they go back to the Boys and Girls Club.
So that's great. You're working with the youth, not just adults, to teach about gardening here.
And we're planning this next year to partner with the 4-H youth to work on another vegetable garden that they can use the food they harvest for the kitchen that serves individuals here at the fair in the fall.
So again, this just kind of evolved over the years. It started, you mentioned, with just a little information table, and you've just, and about how many years was that you've been doing this here?
Again, it started in 1993, but I would say it's in the last 8 years that this project has really taken off, and it's been because of the wonderful volunteers in this program that they have the time and energy to put into all of the work that it takes to create this project. And we work from spring and through fall on this.
Wow. So not just the week before the fair opens, or just right along.
That's correct.
Well, that's great. Now, as a Master Gardener, what do you feel are some of the strengths of the program and why someone might want to consider becoming a Master Gardener?
I think for me, as you know, the ongoing educational opportunities that this program offers, and our local chapter, we provide speakers and ongoing educational events, and also just the support within our own chapter to provide the community with projects like this that provide education and support so that individuals can learn how to grow their own food and do other projects at home.
Well, great. Well, I know you mentioned the chapters, that there's just this whole network around the state of different regions and chapters, and they have these, so even after you become a Master Gardener, you have this network set up where you can continue learning. Well, thanks so much for your time being with us here today.
Thanks for coming and visiting with us.
Great. And to learn more about the Extension Master Gardener program and all the training and opportunities and how you can become involved, you can visit their website, www.uvm.edu/mastergardener, or you can call their number 802-656-9562. Thanks for watching today on Across the Fence. I'm Leonard Perry with University of Vermont Extension.